Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to a new video. So today we are talking protein, and specifically how I eat 180 grams of protein in a day with only 3 meals and 1 snack. And believe it or not, it's actually a lot easier than you think. Now, you probably already know that the gold standard for your protein intake for people that are relatively lean should be around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So at the moment, I'm 175 pounds, which equates to about 80 kilograms. So that means that my goal is 175 grams of protein, which makes things super easy. So we're gonna start things off with breakfast, and I always like to say protein is priority when it comes to breakfast. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what I have on a regular basis, and this meal comes in at a whopping 32 grams of protein. And I also like to have some carbohydrates as well, because this is my pre-workout meal. So what I'm having at the moment is a load of eggs, loads of egg whites, porridge, banana, dark chocolate, oat milk, all of that good stuff. And I really look forward to this meal because it fills me up. I enjoy it. I feel that I get a really good pump on my workouts, which when your calories are quite low, it's very important that you time your calories right and your protein right, because you need the fuel to work and to perform at the gym. So yeah, shouldn't take you too long to put together, relatively quick. So with that being said, let's get cooking. So first thing we're going to do is get the porridge on, because that takes a little bit of time to cook. So I start things off with 50 grams of oats. And now I add some almond milk. You don't have to, you can just use water, but I like to, it makes it a bit more creamy, just a bit, and it hardly has any calories. So I like to have 200 mil or grams. And this gives you a really nice consistency with the oats. Now, a dash of water. So I have 50 mils of water. Cool. And then for flavor, I add some cinnamon. Done. And let's get this on the hob. Let's give this a little bit of a stir. Right, so while that's cooking, let's heat the pan up. And let me show you what I have. So eggs. Eggs are great. I love eggs. I buy organic because I eat so many of them and it's the first meal I have in the day. So I like to have the best quality ingredients that I can afford. So an egg has roughly around 6 grams of protein. Most of the protein is in the white, but the yolk has the cholesterol, the healthy fats, but it also has the most calories. So what I like to do, especially during a diet phase, is I like to have 2 full eggs, and then I add 2 extra whites. So that will come in at around 24 grams of protein. So no, 3 egg whites, my bad. So 3 egg whites and 2 yolks. Let's get these ready. Don't you just hate it when eggs come with chicken pubic hair? Nice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right, so that's what we're having today, those eggs. So that pan should be hot already. Butter, again, organic, good quality, you know, roughly 5 grams, just that much. Maybe you can see that. Great source of saturated fat, which is great for helping testosterone levels, and it just makes the eggs taste better. So add that to the pan, and be careful it doesn't burn. Just take it off the heat, turn the heat right down, and then get cracking. So 1 full egg, 2, and then 3 whites. Try not to mess this up. So there's 1, 2, oh, that was close, and 3. Oh, give this a little stir. Turn down the porridge. So this is really quick, guys, this breakfast. It doesn't take you long at all, and it's so filling. Now, what I like to do with the eggs also is add a pinch of black pepper, a little sprinkle of sea salt, not much. Right, so while that is cooking still, let's prep the fruit for the porridge. So I absolutely adore to have banana, berries, and dark chocolate. It's just a combination made in heaven. It goes really well. You know, I'm getting some slow acting carbs from the oats, I'm getting some fast acting carbs from the banana. So it's just a perfect combination to have a couple of hours before your workout. Make sure you keep stirring the oats. You don't want them to stick. Right, let's weigh this banana. I reckon, so a medium-sized banana is around 100 grams, roughly. So let's test it. 107. Not too bad. Right, give these eggs a bit of a flip now that they're cooked. Okay, cool. Keep stirring this. Now with the other fruit, I like to buy just like a bag of frozen berries. I normally have blueberries, but they didn't have it in stock at the store, so I just got some summer fruits. So I like to add roughly 70 grams. There we go. And then you just put this in here, turn the heat down, give it a stir. Right, that omelette is done. Right, let that cook for a few minutes. Get this off the heat. Omelette done. So that is roughly a good 28 to 30 grams of protein right there. Now this, my friends, will make everything taste just 10 times better. 85% dark chocolate. It hasn't got much sugar. It's got actually, dark chocolate is known to be a superfood. So I have 10 grams of this on my porridge. It's just amazing. It just blends it all together. So roughly it's about a square like that. Get this on the plate. And the great thing is we're training chest today, shoulders and triceps. So I'm going to be getting a good pump after having this meal. And then I'll add dark chocolate right in the middle. And guys, there you have it. Quick, simple, balanced meal. Loads of protein. So this meal has around 32 grams of protein. It's also high in carbs, so great for the pre-workout. And I just can't wait to dive into this really. So meal number one, this has 32 grams of protein. We've still got a way to go, but I'll show you what we have for the rest of the day. So guys, let me enjoy this. I normally tend to eat this first, and then this is a little bit sweet. So I have that afterwards. And we are going to train at David Lloyd's today with a friend of mine called Alex. We're doing push in a couple of hours. So I'll film some shots in there. And then what we'll do is I'll show you as what I have as my post-workout snack, and then continue cooking for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna go and enjoy this. I'll see you guys in a bit. So that's the workout done, and I feel absolutely knackered. Let me tell you, 1600 calories is not a lot. That was good fun, but I feel so flat and deflated. It's unreal. Anyway, so snack number two is actually a protein shake. So I have 2 scoops in here, and that gives me 42 grams, and I just mix it with water. I also have 5 grams of creatine as well. So that's meal number 2, and I'm about to now drive home. I have, by the way, this straight after my workout. I'm going to drive home. It's about 20 minutes, and then I'll cook meal number 3. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. So we are back in the house, and now we are about to cook meal number 3. So I like to keep this meal relatively quick, relatively simple, and the focus is still going to be protein. So we're going to have today a chicken salad, which I know isn't the most exciting thing, but I need this meal to be quick, efficient. I'm going back to work, so I can put this together really quickly, and it doesn't taste too bad. It's not too boring. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use 180 grams of cooked chicken. So I'm just gonna put it in a pan where it's not gonna have too much oil, or any oil in fact, just a good non-stick pan. And then we'll have that with a big salad. I'll show you what ingredients I use. and 180 grams of cooked chicken comes in at, I think, around 50 or 52 grams of protein. And yeah, it's just a really good way to get a big kind of injection of protein in post-workout. So let's start cooking and let me show you how quickly it is really. So as always, first thing, let's get the pan hot. So guys, don't forget, whenever you're working out the macros for protein, always cook your protein first and then weigh it. And that will give you the real kind of weight, because a lot of this they inject it with water and stuff so that it weighs a little bit more and it has a longer shelf life. So yeah, don't forget, cook your protein and then weigh it afterwards. So 180 grams should give us about 50 or 52 grams of protein. So yeah, this is going to be quite a substantial meal when it comes to protein. So let me cut this up so that it cooks quicker. Right, so there's one breast goes in. Let me show you how we make the salads. Actually, before I forget, a little bit of salt and pepper, bit of seasoning on the chicken so that it's not too bland. Bit of black pepper and a little bit of sea salt. So salads, so what have we got? Right, mixed leaves, done. And then these are the 3 ingredients I like to use on salads. So I like to have a couple of green olives. Now I will work out the macros for these, but they're not a lot. They're a lot better than the dark ones, the black ones. So per 100 grams, 124 calories, but we'll literally be using like 5 or 6 olives, so it'll be like 30 calories. And then I also like to use some pickles as well. They're quite nice in the chicken salads. And then finally, I always like to use some capers as well. So let's get that on here. So again, you can pretty much add anything you like. Just be careful that, you know, if it's a veggie, that it hasn't been sitting in oil. Like for example, I really like artichoke, but when you buy artichoke that's been cooked already, it's sitting in oil, so it's gonna have lots of calories. So just keep an eye out for that. So a couple of capers, a couple of olives. And then what I'll do on the macros, I'll just add kind of like 50 or so calories to account for these extra little bits. And then just a couple of gherkins, quite nice as well. Come on. I would normally chop this up, but haven't got much time today. Just want it to be quick. Not the most aesthetic lunch, but does the job. So regarding veg, I just always add, to be honest, what's in the fridge. And do you know what? It's so funny. Whenever I cook these videos for nutrition, it's always the day before my food gets delivered. So my fridge is pretty empty. So I've got a quarter of a pepper, which we're going to use for today. We'll cut it long ways. That way it makes it look a bit more presentable. There we go. Bit of colour. And now let me show you the secret sauce that I use to put on top. Right, so for this sauce, we need 2 ingredients, a lemon and Dijon mustard. With a chicken salad, this is great. Again, not very calorific this, but we'll make sure that that gets included. All you want to do, by the way, guys, this does get a little bit spicy with this mustard and the lemon. Lemon brings out, it's a kind of teaspoon. Lemon brings out the flavour. It makes flavors a lot stronger. So we're going to get lemon. Cut it in half and then squeeze that onto here. Just give that a little mix. And this will be the dressing that will go on top of the salad. Chicken is done. So let's get it all weighed up and then we'll go from there. 180 grams of cooked chicken. So guys, it just looks like this. I know it's not very exciting, but it's actually not too bad once you add the sauce. So what's that? 44. Oh, I haven't got enough. Okay, 2010. So I need to take some of this one off. So that's quite a lot of food. Let me chop this up, see if we can get it right. I reckon about there. Oh, look at that. I am getting too good at this calorie tracking business. Oh no, it went down to 179. Right, and now all we do is we go 1, 2, 3, 4, easy. Get your sauce and just a little drizzle on top. Now I know it's a salad, but guys, this is going to be quite filling. Look how much chicken is there. 2 medium-sized chicken breasts pretty much. 50 grams. And that, my friends, is done. Chicken salads, 50 grams of protein, 180 grams of chicken breast. Took me about 8 minutes to cook. A couple of olives, capers, peppers, mixed salad leaves. Super easy and you're good to go. I am dying to eat this. I'm super hungry. So I'll see you for meal number 4. All right, guys. So we are into meal number 4, and this is going to be my last meal of the day. And today I am having a rump steak, which you can see here. It's about 230 grams, and this comes in at a whopping 40, I think around 45 grams of protein. Again, I'll put the macros on the screen later, and I'm just gonna have this with some vegetables. You know, there is a little bit of fat, as you can see here, so it's not as lean as something like fillet, but it has lots of flavor, and you know, a little bit of saturated fat is good to have in your diet in small amounts. So yeah, as you guys know, my calories have dropped yet again to 1600. I've got 2 weeks until the end of this cut, so we're just gonna kind of go a little bit harder these last 2 weeks. That's why I've dropped calories even more. So normally I would have this with a little bit of carbohydrates, either some rice or some potatoes, but today it's gonna be just the steak with some veggies, which, to be honest, this is really filling. It's 225 grams, so that will fill me up. So yeah, I guess let's get cooking. So the secret to making a really good steak, I'm sure you already know, is to get this at room temperature. So get it out of the fridge at least an hour before, and make sure you got a really hot pan as well. You want to season your steak really well. This is how I like it, by the way. So a good amount of black pepper. And I like to have my steak medium rare. If I'm having fillet, then I'll have it rare. Anything more than that, to me, like eating the bottom of a shoe. Bit rubbery, which I don't like. Season both sides. And be careful with rump. If you have it kind of medium to well, it can go a little bit tough. So medium rare is the best in my opinion. I'll never forget when I was at a restaurant with my dad, he was like, right, you're gonna have your steak cooked either rare or medium rare, you get to choose. And I was like, medium rare sounds better, so I'll try that. And that was it. I never really tried well done. Well, I did once and it tasted absolutely like dog crap. And then we're gonna have, as some veggies. You've seen me cook with this before. It's called Calvanero, comes from Spain. I don't know, it's quite, I mean, it tastes healthy. It's dark greeny leaf vegetables, which, you know, we know is full of kind of nutrients and vitamins and minerals. So all I do, and the reason I like this, to be honest, guys, is I'll stick it on some boiling water. It cooks in about 2 minutes. So super quick, and yeah, it's good to mix up your veggies. Don't just have broccoli every day. It's not gonna be great for your gut and your microbiome. So mix it up. This tastes pretty good. What I like to do, literally 2 minutes in boiling water, get it out, little bit of lemon, little bit of black pepper, and that's it, you're good to go. Right, it's gonna get smoky in here, so I've got to turn the fan on. Hope you guys can still hear me. So we've got steam coming out of there, which means this is ready. Just listen to that noise, it's like heaven. Make sure you got a really high heat so you got a good sear on the steak. But yeah, steak's on. Let's get this washed. They taste, honestly, they taste really good. Kind of like rabbit food, but it does taste good. So a little rinse under the tap water, get the ends off, and then cut it in, just in threes. Now the secret with cooking steaks, I'm sure you guys already know this, you don't want to keep turning the steak. Put it on a hot pan, let it sear for maybe, depends how you like it cooked, 2 or 3 minutes. Turn it once, don't touch it, let it sear again, off the heat, onto a plate, let it rest. And then that's when you get the really tender beef. Yeah, don't keep turning it like this. It's just gonna overcook. Whenever you have steak, you've got to have English mustards. None of that French crap, English. So let's get this off the heat. 2 minutes, onto here. The veggies on here. Gonna add for flavor and also for healthy fats. Extra virgin olive oil, not much. I'd say that's about 8 grams. 8 mils, sorry. A little bit of black pepper. sprinkle of salt, and then let's get these steaks out. Obviously this is for 2 of us. So yeah, nice and simple. Each one of these steaks has 227 grams, which is about 45 grams of protein. Gonna have it with some veggies. And then to be honest, that's pretty much it, guys. So that's how I've hit 180 grams of protein in one day with only 3 meals and 1 snack, which was a protein shake. So as you can see, it was relatively easy. Now, of course, I will vary my food. Sometimes I eat a bit more fish, salmon, sea bass. I like to mix it up, but today this is what I had, and it's not that difficult. You just need to plan your days ahead a little bit. Make sure you know what you're having rather than chasing protein at the end of the day. At the beginning of the day, plan it on MyFitnessPal if that's what you use. Write out what you're gonna have, and then you can just fill in any blanks. And yeah, remember, during a calorie deficit, it's really important that you continue to hit your protein goal, because that's gonna preserve muscle. So guys, we're gonna go and eat this now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.